kudzu's already bad this year. Worse than bad. I'm talking 3 feet of growth over the weekend on Route 441, south of the Oconee Bridge. 22 years with Georgia DOT, and I've never seen it move like this. My crew spent 4 hours Tuesday just clearing the guardrails near mile marker 38. DeWalt chainsaw burned through 2 batteries. The vines are thick as my wrist in places. I'm driving the F-250, the 18 with the plow mount, not the newer one Jenkins keeps trying to get me to trade for, and I can see Tommy in the back of my mind. My son, 15, at Clark Central High School right now, 3rd period geometry with Mrs. Alvarez. He texted me this morning about tryouts. Baseball, pitcher. He's got my arm, the coach says. Better control than I ever had. The radio crackles. Dispatch to Unit 7, we got another report on Highway 15, overgrowth blocking northbound lane near Bishop. I key the mic, copy that. I'm 20 minutes out. How bad? Caller said they can't see the road. Can't see the road. In May. I've been doing this since 2003, and Kudzu doesn't do that in May. July maybe. August if we get rain. But not May. Unit 7 responding. I say. My thermos is Ozark Trail. Bought it at Walmart 3 years ago when the old one finally cracked. Coffee tastes like it was brewed at 6 a.m. because it was. Rachel made it before her shift at Piedmont Athens Regional. Nurse. ER. We've been married 18 years, and she still sets the coffee maker timer wrong. Comes out too strong, but I drink it anyway. Complained about it maybe 1,000 times. Never fixed it. Not sure why. The kudzu on both sides of 441 is higher than usual. Definitely higher. The leaves are that bright green they get in spring, but there's too many of them. They're climbing the pine trees faster than I remember. One oak is completely covered. I can't even see the trunk anymore. I passed the speedway at the junction. The one where the air pump's been broken since March. Tommy gets Gatorade there after practice. Blue. Always blue, never red. Says red tastes like cough syrup, even though I've told him they're the same damn flavor with different dye. My phone buzzes. Rachel. Hey, I answer. Did you remember Tommy's got practice until 5:30? Yeah, I got it. And he needs cleats. The Nike ones, not the cheap ones from Academy. His feet are growing in. Rachel, I'm working. I know, but you said you'd handle it this weekend. I will. I gotta go. Road emergency. Fine. Love you. Love you too. I hang up feeling like an asshole. She's right. I said I'd get the cleats. I just haven't. Too busy dealing with kudzu that shouldn't be growing this fast. The overgrowth near Bishop is worse than dispatch said. The northbound lane isn't just blocked, it's buried. Kudzu covers the entire road surface, both lanes, running maybe 60 feet in length. The vines are piled 2 feet high in some places. A Camry is stopped on the shoulder, hazards blinking. I pull over behind it. Driver gets out. Woman, maybe 60, Falcon's windbreaker. You with DOT? She asks. Yes, ma'am. Ron Crowder, highway maintenance supervisor. This happened while I was at the grocery store. I come back this way 40 minutes ago. Road was fine. Now look at it. 40 minutes. That's not possible. I walk to the overgrowth. Kneel down. The vines are fresh. Bright green. Still damp with, I don't know. Sap? They're warm to the touch. Not sun warm. Body warm. You didn't see it growing? I ask. I didn't see anything. I went to Kroger in Watkinsville, bought some chicken, came back, and the road's like this. I pull on a vine. It resists. Not like pulling weeds, like pulling rope that's anchored to something heavy. The roots are dug in deep. I can see them spreading under the asphalt, cracking it. The road surface is buckling in places. This isn't normal kudzu behavior. Kudzu grows fast, sure. Foot a day in peak season. But this is... I'm looking at maybe 20 feet of growth in under an hour if she's right about the timing. My radio crackles again. Unit 7 dispatch. Go ahead. We're getting multiple reports. Highway 15 near Farmington. County Road 24. Old 441 south of Watkinsville. All overgrowth. All sudden. Multiple reports. Multiple locations. All at once. Copy that. I'm seeing the same thing at Bishop. Gonna need more than one crew for this. Crews are already dispatched. Boss wants you to coordinate. Great. I'm coordinating. That means I'm responsible when this turns into a clusterfuck. I take photos with my phone. The vines. The cracked asphalt. The way the kudzu is spreading not just across the road, but up the utility poles on both sides. The power lines are getting covered. I can see leaves wrapping around the cables. Something moves in the kudzu pile. I step back. Probably an animal. Possum or raccoon got caught in the vines. But the movement is wrong. Too slow. Too deliberate. A hand pushes through the vines. Human hand. Pale. Covered in green. Jesus Christ, I say. The woman in the falcon's jacket screams. The hand grabs at the air. Fingers stretching. There's vines growing between the fingers. Not wrapped around them, growing through them. Coming out of the skin. I'm pulling my radio. Dispatch, Unit 7, I need EMS at Highway 15 near Bishop immediately. Someone's in the kudzu. There. The person pushes up. Stands. It's a man. Maybe 40. Wearing a John Deere cap and a plaid shirt. His face is covered in small puncture wounds. Green shoots are coming out of his cheeks. Out of his neck. His eyes are open, but he's not looking at anything. Sir, can you hear me? I'm moving toward him. I don't know why. Training, maybe. You see someone hurt, you help. He opens his mouth. Kudzu vines spill out instead of words. They fall across his chin. He's choking on them. No, not choking. They're growing. I can see them getting longer. They hit the ground and keep spreading. The woman in the falcon's jacket is in her Camry. Engine starting. Tires squealing. She's gone. The man takes a step toward me. His foot is rooted to the kudzu pile. The vines are growing into his boot. Through the leather. He pulls but he can't move. His other foot is sinking into the vines now. They're wrapping around his ankle. Climbing his leg. My radio. Unit 7, say again? You said someone's in the kudzu. There's a man here. The kudzu's growing through him. Out of him. I don't. The man's chest heaves. His shirt rips. Vines explode out of his ribcage. Not a few vines. Dozens. They spray outward like he's some kind of sprinkler system. The vines hit the ground and start spreading immediately. Toward the road. Toward my truck. Toward me. I'm running. Back to the F-250. Engine's still running. I throw it in reverse. The vines are moving fast. Faster than kudzu should move. Faster than anything should move. They're crossing the distance between the man and my truck in seconds. I can hear them scraping against the asphalt. A wet sliding sound. I get the truck turned around. Northbound lane is clear. I floor it. In my rearview mirror, the man is completely covered now. He's just a shape in the kudzu pile. The vines are spreading across both lanes, covering the shoulder, climbing the trees on both sides of the road. My phone rings. Tommy. Dad. What's wrong? My voice is shaking. I'm doing 70 in a 45. Nothing's wrong. Coach moved practice to 4:30 instead of 5:30. Can you pick me up earlier? Tommy. Clark Central. For 30. Everything normal in his world while I'm watching people grow vines out of their goddamn chests. Yeah, I say. Yeah, I'll be there. You okay? You sound weird. Just work stuff. I'll pick you up at 4:30. Cool. Thanks, Dad. He hangs up. I'm passing the speedway again. The kudzu on both sides of 441 is higher than it was 15 minutes ago. I can see it now. I can actually see it moving. The vines are extending. Leaves unfurling. The growth is visible. Real time. My radio won't stop. Dispatch is calling units. Supervisors are requesting updates. Someone's talking about calling the county emergency management. I pull into the DOT maintenance yard in Athens. Jenkins is there. 2 other crew chiefs. They're all looking at their phones. You see this shit? Jenkins asks. He shows me his screen. Local news. Headline. Unusual kudzu growth reported across Oconee County. Unusual. That's one word for it. I saw someone, I say. In the kudzu near Bishop. The vines were growing out of him. Jenkins stares at me. What? I'm serious. Growing out of his face. His chest. He was rooted to the road. Ron, that doesn't make any. I know what I saw. My phone buzzes. Rachel. Hey. Are you seeing the news? She asks. Yeah. They're saying there's some kind of spore bloom. From the kudzu. People are coming into the ER with respiratory problems. Rashes. One guy has vines growing under his skin. Ron, what the hell is happening? Vines under his skin. Like the man on Highway 15. I don't know, I say. Tommy's at school. Should I? I'm picking him up at 4:30. Early dismissal for practice. Maybe you should get him now. I check my watch. 2:47 p.m. Rachel, I'm sure it's... Ron. Her voice is sharp. ER nurse voice. The one that means she's seen something bad and she's not fucking around. There's a man in Bay 3 right now with kudzu growing through his intestines. It came out of his mouth. We had to intubate him, and the vines are growing through the tube. Whatever this is, it's not normal. Get Tommy and come home. My hands are cold. The F-250's cab suddenly feels too small. Okay, I say. I'm going now. I'm in the truck. Engine on. Out of the yard. Clark Central is 12 minutes away. Tommy's in third period. Geometry. Mrs. Alvarez. He's fine. He's got to be fine. The kudzu along Broad Street is covering the sidewalks. I'm doing 80. Clark Central's parking lot is half empty. That's wrong. It's 3:10 p.m. School doesn't let out until 3:45. Parents are picking up their kids early. I can see them. A line of cars at the front entrance. Moms and dads walking kids to vehicles quickly. Nobody's taking their time. I park in the fire lane. Don't care. I'm going in. The front office is chaos. Secretary is on the phone. Parents are arguing with the assistant principal about early dismissal procedures. I don't have time for procedures. I'm here for Tommy Crowder. I say to nobody in particular. The secretary covers her phone. Sign the sheet. Where is he? Sir, you have to. My wife's a nurse at Piedmont. ER. She told me to get my son now. Where is he? Something in my voice makes her stop arguing. She checks her computer. Room 204. Mrs. Alvarez's geometry class. I'm already moving. Down the hall. Past the trophy case with the 2019 Region Championship plaque. Up the stairs. The building smells like every high school, floor wax and teenage body spray and cafeteria food. Room 204. I knock. Open the door without waiting. Mrs. Alvarez is mid-sentence. 23 kids turn to look at me. Tommy's in the third row. He sees me and his face does that teenage thing where he's embarrassed his dad just walked into class, but also curious what's wrong. Mr. Crowder? Mrs. Alvarez asks. I need Tommy. Family emergency. Did you sign? We're leaving. Now. Tommy's packing his backpack. Textbook. TI, 84 calculator that cost $120. Notebook with doodles of baseballs in the margins. I can see it from here. Is Mom okay? He asks as we leave. Mom's fine. Everyone's fine. We're just going home. We're in the hallway. A kid passes us going the other way. His face has small red marks. Like acne but not acne. More like puncture wounds. He's scratching at them. Dad, what's going on? There's something wrong with the kudzu. It's making people sick. The kudzu? Like the plant? Yeah. We're in the parking lot. More parents arriving. A woman is pulling her daughter toward their Honda. The daughter is crying. But I have a test 5th period. Get in the truck, I tell Tommy. He gets in. Throws his backpack in the back. This is about that news alert, isn't it? About the spore bloom. You got an alert? Everyone did. Like 10 minutes ago. Some kind of emergency notification. Kudzu spore bloom, county quarantined. What does that even mean? Quarantined. That's new. That's bad. I'm pulling out of the parking lot. Taking Mill Edge Avenue toward home. Our house is in Normaltown. Small neighborhood. Built in the 80s. Brick ranch, 3 bedrooms. Tommy's room still has the Braves posters from when he was 12. The kudzu along Mill Edge is wrong. It's covering the guardrails completely. The vines are climbing the light poles. One pole is so covered I can't see the streetlight anymore. Just a mound of green. My phone rings. Work number. Crowder. Ron, it's Patterson. District supervisor. My boss's boss. Where are you? Picking up my son from school. What's happening? CDC's involved now. They're saying this is some kind of mutation. The kudzu's producing spores that infect people. When people get infected, the kudzu grows through them. Uses their bodies as, I don't know, growth medium. We're evacuating all crews from active sites. Nobody goes near the kudzu until we know what we're dealing with. Uses their bodies as growth medium. The man on Highway 15 with vines exploding out of his chest. How fast is it spreading? I ask. Fast. We've got reports from Watkinsville to Bogart. Athens city limits. It's covering major roads. Highway 316 is completely blocked near the Oconee connector. We're talking miles of coverage in under 4 hours. Miles. 4 hours. What about containment? Georgia National Guard is being activated. They're setting up checkpoints, trying to keep it from spreading beyond the county. But Ron, If this keeps growing at this rate. He doesn't finish. I'm getting my family and we're leaving, I say. Good. Do that. I'll call you when I know more. He hangs up. Tommy's looking at his phone. Dad, people are posting videos. What kind of videos? Of the kudzu. Someone recorded it growing over their car. Like actively growing. The vines are moving across the hood. And there's another one of a guy in Watkinsville. He's got vines coming out of his arms. He's just standing in his yard, and the vines are spreading, and he's rooted to the ground and... Don't watch that. Why not? Everyone's watching it. Because I said so. The teenage eye roll. The exact same eye roll Rachel gives me when I'm being stubborn about something stupid. Tommy got that from her. The stubbornness he got from me. We're on Prince Avenue now, 2 blocks from home. I can see Mrs. Henderson watering her azaleas. She waves. Everything normal on her Tuesday afternoon. Our driveway. Rachel's Accord is there. She's home. She wasn't supposed to be home until 8 p.m. We go inside. Rachel's in the kitchen. She's changed out of her scrubs. Jeans and a UGA sweatshirt. Her face tells me everything I need to know about how bad it is at the hospital. They sent us home, she says. Too many patients. Not enough beds. People are dying, Ron. We intubate them, and the vines grow through the tubes. We try to remove the vines, and they're connected to major organs. We cut them, and the patients bleed out. We don't know what to do. Tommy's standing in the doorway, listening. Maybe go to your room, I tell him. I'm 15. I'm not a kid. Tommy. No. If this is serious, I want to know. Rachel looks at him, then at me. She nods. Okay, I say. It's serious. The kudzu's infected with something. When people breathe the spores, they get infected. The kudzu grows inside them. Through them. We've seen it happen. Your mom's seen it at the hospital. I saw it on Highway 15. How many people? Tommy asks. Rachel sits down at the kitchen table. The oak one we bought at Rooms to Go in 2015. She puts her head in her hands. When I left, 47 patients. 17 dead. That was 2 hours ago. 17 dead. In Oconee County. Population 38,000. My phone buzzes. News alert. Emergency alert. Do not approach rooted humans. Kudzu spore bloom. Oconee County quarantined. We need to leave, I say. Where? Rachel asks. The guard's setting up checkpoints. Nobody's allowed in or out of the county. Then we go somewhere safe until this is over. Somewhere the kudzu isn't. Ron, it's everywhere. It's been growing here for 100 years. Every roadside, every forest, every. Somewhere with less of it. North Georgia. The mountains. Somewhere. Tommy's phone rings. He answers. Hey Lane. Yeah, I'm home. My dad picked me up. What? When? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Be careful. He hangs up. His face is pale. Lane's dad works for the power company. They're shutting down sections of the grid. The kudzu's growing over power lines and transformers, causing shorts. They're worried about fires. No power. No power means no refrigeration. No lights. No charging phones. No way to get information. We have the generator, Rachel says. In the garage. From when we lost power in 2020. The Generac. 7,500 watts. I bought it after the ice storm. We've used it maybe 3 times. I'll get it set up, I say. I'm in the garage. The generator is in the corner behind the camping gear and Tommy's old bicycle. I'm pulling it out when I hear Rachel scream. I'm back in the house. Kitchen. Rachel's at the window, pointing. Mrs. Henderson is in her front yard. She's on her knees. Vines are coming out of her back. Through her cardigan. The azaleas she was watering are growing over her legs, connecting to her. She's not moving, not screaming, just kneeling there while the kudzu spreads from her body across her lawn. Jesus, Tommy says. The vines are spreading fast. Across Mrs. Henderson's driveway. Toward the street. Toward our yard. We're leaving, I say. Right now. Pack a bag. 1 bag. Clothes. Medicine. Whatever you need for 3 days. What about Mrs. Henderson? Rachel asks. The alert said don't approach. We can't help her. Ron, she's our neighbor. She's gone. Look at her. Mrs. Henderson's body is covered now. Just a mound of green in her front yard. The vines are spreading faster. They've reached the street. They're crossing the asphalt, heading toward our property line. Now, I say. We're leaving now. Rachel and Tommy run upstairs. I'm grabbing supplies. the camping stove from the garage, water bottles, the pistol from my nightstand, Smith & Wesson M&P9 loaded magazine. I've had it for home defense, but never thought I'd need to take it on the road. 3 minutes. They're back. Tommy has his backpack. Rachel has a duffel. The F-250 or the Accord? Rachel asks. Truck. Higher clearance. We're loading bags. Tommy's in the back seat. Rachel's passenger side. I'm behind the wheel. The vines have crossed our yard. They're 5 feet from the driveway. I can see them moving, extending. The leaves are reaching toward the truck. I start the engine. Reverse out. The vines are behind us now. I shift to drive. Where are we going? Rachel asks. Away from here. North. Toward Danielsville. Toward Commerce. Somewhere. We're on Prince Avenue, heading north. The kudzu on both sides of the road is higher than it was 20 minutes ago. It's covering fences, mailboxes, cars parked on the street. There's a roadblock ahead. Georgia State Patrol. 2 cars. Lights flashing. Trooper standing in the road holding up his hand. I stop. The trooper walks to my window. He's young, maybe 25. His nameplate says Booker. Sir, the county's under quarantine. Nobody in or out. My family needs to evacuate. This whole area is getting covered. I understand, but you've seen what's happening. You know we can't stay here. Sir, I have orders. Nobody leaves until we understand the containment situation. How long? I don't know. Tommy leans forward from the back seat. What about the people who are already infected? Are you evacuating them? Trooper Booker looks at Tommy. We're setting up treatment centers. But you can't treat it, Rachel says. I'm a nurse. I was at Piedmont. We can't stop the growth. Once they're infected, they're gone. Ma'am, I'm just following. The radio in his patrol car crackles. I can hear it through the open window. All units, we have reports of kudzu growth accelerating. Highway 29 is now completely blocked. Repeat, Highway 29 blocked. Highway 29. That's the main route north out of Athens. Trooper Booker's face changes. He knows what that means. You need to let us through, I say. He looks at me, then at Rachel, then at Tommy. He steps back. I didn't see you, he says. Go. I drive past the roadblock. In my rearview mirror, Trooper Booker is getting in his patrol car. He's leaving too. We're on Highway 29 heading north. For now, Highway 29 is clear for 3 miles. Then we hit the kudzu. It's covering the northbound lane completely. Vines piled 3 feet high across both lanes. The same pattern I saw near Bishop, but worse. So much worse. The growth extends maybe 200 yards. I can see cars stopped ahead, their hazards blinking. People standing outside their vehicles staring at the wall of green blocking the road. Can we go around? Rachel asks. I check the shoulder. Too narrow. Trees too close. The F-250's wide, but not that wide. We'd have to backtrack, take side roads. So we backtrack. I'm putting the truck in reverse when I see the cars behind us. 5 of them. All stopped. All trying to leave Athens the same way we are. We're boxed in. Fuck, I say. Tommy doesn't comment on the language. That's how I know he's scared. I get out, walk toward the kudzu wall. A man's there, 40-something, Carhartt jacket. He's pulling at the vines with his bare hands. It's no use, he says. They're rooted through the asphalt. I tried moving them. They grow back faster than I can pull. How long's it been like this? 20 minutes ago this road was clear. I was heading to my sister's place in Commerce. Came back this way and it's blocked. 20 minutes. 200 yards of growth. That's 10 yards a minute. The math makes me cold. We need to find another route, I say. Back at the truck, I'm checking my phone. Google Maps is useless. It's showing Highway 29 as open. No traffic alerts. No updates about the kudzu. The satellite view is from last year, when everything was normal. What about County Road 51? Rachel asks. It parallels 29. Runs through farmland. That's mostly woods. If the kudzu's in the woods, it's everywhere, Ron. We're not going to find a route without kudzu. We just need to find one that's not blocked yet. She's right. I hate that she's right, but she is. I'm turning the truck around, threading between the stopped cars. Some people are still in their vehicles. Others are walking back toward Athens on foot. One woman has 2 kids. They're crying. She's trying to calm them down while carrying a diaper bag and pulling a suitcase. County Road 51 is 3 miles east. We take Prince Avenue to Nowhere Road, Terrible name for a road, always thought so. And then south to 51. The road is narrow. 2 lanes. No shoulder. Pine trees on both sides. The kudzu here is thick. It's always been thick out here. The vines cover the trees completely, turn them into green towers. But now I can see movement. The vines are extending, growing across the road. Not blocking it yet, but working on it. Drive faster, Tommy says from the back seat. I'm going 50 in a 35. Dad, look. He's pointing at the trees to our left. The kudzu's spreading from trunk to trunk, creating a network. A wall of green that's moving toward the road. I can see it. The vines are reaching, extending like fingers. I accelerate. 60, 65. A deer runs across the road. I brake hard. The truck fishtails. I correct. The deer disappears into the kudzu on the right side. Ron, careful, Rachel says. I know. We're coming up on a farmhouse. White. 2 stories. Probably built in the 50s. There's a man on the porch. He's waving at us, trying to flag us down. Keep going, Rachel says. He might need help. Ron, the alert said don't approach people. What if he's infected? I'm slowing down anyway. I don't know why. Maybe because I've spent 22 years stopping to help people. It's what you do. The truck stops. I roll down the window. You folks heading north? The man asks. He's old. 70 maybe. Flannel shirt. John Deere cap. Trying to, I say. Road's blocked about 2 miles up. Kudzu's covering the bridge over Calls Creek. You'll have to go around. Take Hog Mountain Road west, then pick up 51 again past the blockage. Thank you. You got family in Athens? We're from Athens. Trying to get out. He nods. Smart. This thing's moving faster every hour. I've been watching it from my porch. It covered my barn in 30 minutes. Used to take all summer for the kudzu to climb that barn. Now it's gone. I can see his barn. Or what used to be his barn. It's just a mound of kudzu now. Vines completely covering the structure. You should come with us, I say. Rachel touches my arm. Ron. Sir, you can't stay here. This whole area is going to be covered. I know, he says. But I'm 82 years old. I've lived in this house for 60 years. I'm not leaving now. The kudzu will. I know what it'll do. I've seen the news. But I'm tired. And I'm old. And I'd rather die in my home than in some evacuation center, eating MREs and sleeping on a cot. You understand? I do. I don't want to, but I do. Good luck, he says. I drive on. In the rearview mirror, he's walking back to his porch, sitting in his rocking chair, watching the kudzu cover his property. Why didn't you make him come with us? Tommy asks. Because it's his choice, I say. That's a stupid choice. Maybe. Rachel's quiet, staring out the window. I know what she's thinking. She's thinking about the patients at Piedmont, the ones who died while she tried to save them, the ones she had to leave behind when they sent her home. Hog Mountain Road is worse than County Road 51. Narrower, more trees. The kudzu is everywhere. It's climbing the utility poles. The power lines are sagging under the weight of the vines. One pole is leaning. The lines are sparking where the kudzu touches them. That's going to cause a fire, I say. We need to keep moving, Rachel says. She's right. We keep moving. There's a car ahead. Honda CRV. It's stopped in the middle of the road. Engine running. Door open. Nobody inside. I stop the truck. Stay here. Dad. Stay in the truck. I get out. Approach the CRV. The driver's seat is empty. Keys in the ignition. Purse on the passenger seat. Phone in the cup holder. Screen shows a text message. Where are you? Are you safe? No signs of struggle. No blood. The driver just left. I hear something in the woods. Movement. Rustling. Hello. I call. A woman stumbles out of the kudzu. Maybe 30. Her clothes are torn. Her arms are covered in red marks. Puncture wounds. The same marks I saw on the kid at Clark Central. My car stopped, she says. The kudzu got in the engine. Clogged everything. I tried to walk, but the vines grabbed me. They're everywhere. They're under the ground. Get in my truck. We'll take you with us. She takes a step toward me, then stops, looks down at her arm. It's too late, she says. What? She shows me her arm. The puncture wounds are deeper than I thought. I can see something moving under her skin. Green. Growing. I breathed it in, she says. Back on Highway 29, when I tried to pull the vines off the road. I didn't know. I thought it was just kudzu. But the spores. Her voice cuts off. She's coughing, choking. She doubles over. Vines come out of her mouth. Not a few. Dozens. They pour out like water from a faucet. They hit the ground and start spreading. I'm backing away. Toward the truck. The woman straightens up. The vines are still coming out of her mouth. Out of her nose. They're growing through her. She tries to speak, but she can't. Her throat is full of kudzu. I'm in the truck. Door closed. Locked. Drive, Rachel says. What about? Drive. I drive. Around the CRV. The woman is still standing in the road. Vines spreading from her body across the asphalt. In seconds, they've covered 10 feet. 20 feet. They're following us. Tommy's crying in the back seat. Not loud. Quiet. The kind of crying you do when you're trying not to be heard. It's okay, I say. I don't know why I say it. It's not okay. Nothing's okay. We're back on County Road 51, north of the blockage. The road is clear. For now. My phone rings. Patterson. Work. Ron, where are you? County Road 51. Heading toward Danielsville. Don't. Danielsville's evacuating south. The Kudzus hit them too. It's coming from every direction. Athens is surrounded. You need to get to one of the emergency centers. What emergency centers? Georgia National Guard is setting up at the Classic Center and the Tate Student Center. They're bringing in supplies. Medical support. You'll be safe there. We're not going back to Athens. Ron, there's nowhere else to go. All the major roads are blocked. The Kudzu's growing too fast. You can't outrun it. We'll find a way. Listen to me. I just got off the phone with emergency management. They're saying this thing is going to cover the entire county in less than 24 hours. Maybe less. The only safe places are the reinforced structures downtown. Buildings with sealed HVAC systems. Places the spores can't get in. What about the people who are already outside those buildings? He doesn't answer. Patterson. What about them? They're on their own, he says quietly. I hang up. Rachel's looking at me. What did he say? He said we should go to the Classic Center. Says it's safe. Do you believe him? I think about Trooper Booker, following orders until he realized the orders were wrong. I think about the woman on Hog Mountain Road, infected because she tried to help. No, I say. So what do we do? The truck's GPS shows our location. We're 8 miles from Athens, 15 miles from Danielsville, 30 miles from Commerce. Every direction has kudzu. Every road has vines. Tommy leans forward between the seats. Dad, what if we can't get out? We'll get out. But what if we can't? I don't have an answer. My phone buzzes. News alert. Emergency alert. Highway 316 completely blocked. I-85 exits closed. Avoid all major roads. Rachel reads it over my shoulder. Ron, I know. We need to make a decision. Keep trying to leave or go to the emergency center. If we go to the emergency center, we're trapped. If the kudzu gets in, and if we keep driving, we run out of gas. We get stuck on some back road with nowhere to go. She's right. The F-250's tank is 3/4 full. That's maybe 200 miles. But we're not going 200 miles in any direction. We're going in circles, trying to find roads that aren't blocked. Tommy's phone buzzes. He looks at it. Lane just texted. His family went to the Classic Center. He says there's hundreds of people there. National Guard. Supplies. They're saying it's secure. Did Lane make it okay? Rachel asks. Tommy's reading. Yeah, he's there now. He says, oh God. What? He says he can see the kudzu from the parking deck. It's covering the streets around the building. He says it's moving toward them. The Classic Center. Built in 1996. Concert venue. Convention space. Not designed to withstand a biological siege. Just a building with doors and windows and HVAC systems that pull air from outside. We're not going there, I say. Then where? Rachel asks. I don't know. I don't fucking know. There's a flash of light in my rearview mirror. Bright. Orange. Explosion. I stop the truck. Turn around. Behind us, maybe a mile back, there's fire. Black smoke rising. The kudzu on the power lines. It must have caused a short. Started a fire. The vines are burning. Is that good or bad? Tommy asks. I don't know. The fire is spreading. Fast. The kudzu is dry in places. Old growth from last year mixed with new growth. It's burning like gasoline. We need to keep moving, Rachel says. Which direction? I don't care. Away from the fire. Away from the blocked roads. Anywhere. I'm driving. North on 51. The fire is behind us. The Kudzu is ahead of us. And somewhere in between is a way out. There has to be. There has to be. We find an old logging road 3 miles north of the fire. It's barely visible. Just 2 tire tracks through the trees. The Kudzu here isn't as thick. Newer growth. Less established. The F-250 can push through it. Where does this go? Tommy asks. I don't know. Away from the main roads. That's all that matters. The logging road is rough. Deep ruts. Exposed roots. The truck bounces hard over a rock and Rachel hits her head on the roof. Sorry, I say. Just keep going. The Kudzu on both sides is growing, but it's slower here. The vines haven't found good anchor points yet. They're spreading across the ground instead of climbing. We're driving over them. I can hear them scraping against the undercarriage. My phone rings. Number I don't recognize. I answer anyway. Mr. Crowder? A woman's voice. Official. Yeah. This is Dr. Veronica Lim with the CDC. I'm calling all DOT supervisors in the affected area. We need information about road conditions and Kudzu growth patterns. Little late for that, don't you think? Sir, we're trying to establish containment. Containment's over. The whole county's covered. I've seen it. People are dying, turning into Kudzu farms. And you're asking about road conditions. Mr. Crowder, I understand you're frustrated. My family is in my truck right now trying to find a way out of Oconee County because every major road is blocked. The National Guard isn't letting anyone through. And you people knew. Patterson told me the emergency management folks knew this was coming. So don't tell me about containment. There's silence on the other end. Mr. Crowder, she says finally, I'm going to be honest with you. We did know. The spore mutation was detected 6 weeks ago. We thought we had time to develop a response. We were wrong. The growth rate is exponential, far beyond our models. And yes, we made the decision to quarantine the county to prevent spread to surrounding areas. You trapped us here. We made a difficult choice. 40,000 people in Oconee County versus 4 million in the Atlanta metro area. The math was clear. The math was clear. 40,000 people sacrificed to save 4 million. So what happens to us? I ask. We're working on. What happens to us? Another pause. We're establishing safe zones and reinforced structures. We're bringing in supplies, medical support. We're doing everything we can. But we can't leave. No, you can't leave. I hang up. Rachel heard the whole thing. They're not letting anyone out. No. So we're stuck here. With the Kudzu. Yeah. Tommy's crying again. Louder this time. We're going to die here. Like that woman on the road. Like Mrs. Henderson. The Kudzu's going to get us, and we're going to. Tommy, stop. Rachel turns around in her seat. We're not going to die. We're going to figure this out. How? Dad said all the roads are blocked. The CDC's not helping. The guard's keeping everyone in. How are we going to? I don't know. But we will. I want to believe her. I want to believe we're going to figure this out. But I've seen the growth rate. I've done the math. If the Kudzu keeps spreading at 10 yards per minute, it'll cover the entire county in hours. Not days. Hours. The logging road ends at a clearing. Old hunting camp, looks like. Cinder block building. Metal roof. Windows boarded up. There's a truck parked outside. Ford Ranger. Maybe 20 years old. Covered in rust. I stop. Get out. The Smith & Wesson is in my waistband. I don't draw it, but I'm aware of it. Hello? I call. The door to the building opens. A man steps out. 60s. Gray beard. Shotgun in his hands. Not pointed at me, but not pointed away either. This is private property, he says. We're not here to cause trouble. We're trying to get out of the county. All the roads are blocked. I know. I heard on the radio. CDC's got the whole place locked down. You got a radio? Ham radio. Battery powered. I've been listening to the emergency channels. National Guard's setting up a perimeter. Nobody in. Nobody out. They're talking about airlifting critical personnel, but that's it. We need to get my family somewhere safe. Is there anywhere around here that's not covered in Kudzu? He lowers the shotgun slightly. Nowhere's safe. But there's an old fire tower about 5 miles east. Built in the 50s. Metal structure. 40 feet high. Kudzu can't climb metal as fast as it climbs wood. You might have a few days up there before it reaches you. A few days. Then what? Then you're out of options. I look at Rachel. She's standing by the truck. Tommy's still inside. Is there anything else? I ask. Yeah. Don't breathe too deep. The spores are everywhere. That's how it gets you. You breathe them in, and the kudzu starts growing in your lungs. In your blood. 3 to 4 hours from infection to full growth. I've been wearing this since noon. He taps his face. He's wearing a dust mask. The kind you use for sanding. That helps. Better than nothing. I got extras if you need them. We need them. He disappears into the building. Comes back with 3 masks. Hands them to me. Thank you, I say. Don't thank me. Just survive. We're back in the truck. Heading east on another barely visible trail. The masks feel ridiculous. Flimsy paper over our mouths. But the man said it helps, so we wear them. Tommy's stopped crying. He's just staring out the window, watching the kudzu pass by. Dad, he says, what if we can't get out? We'll get out. But what if we can't? What if we end up at that fire tower and the kudzu catches up and we're just stuck there waiting to die? Rachel reaches back, takes his hand. Then we're together. The 3 of us. That's what matters. That doesn't make it better, Mom. I know. The fire tower appears through the trees. 40 feet tall. 4 metal legs. Platform at the top. Ladder running up the center. The structure is old. Rusted. But it's standing. I park the truck at the base. We get out. The kudzu around the tower is thin. The metal legs are clean. No vines climbing them yet. But I can see kudzu in the distance. Growing toward us. Moving through the trees. How long do we have? Rachel asks. I do the math. The kudzu's maybe a quarter mile away. 10 yards per minute. That's 440 yards in 44 minutes. Less than an hour before it reaches the tower. And how long before it climbs to the top? I don't know. Days maybe. The man said kudzu can't climb metal as fast. Days. We have enough water for maybe 2 days. Food for 1. I know. Tommy's looking up at the platform. What if someone comes? What if the CDC sends helicopters? They're not sending helicopters for us, Tommy. But they might, if we can just hold out long enough. Tommy. I put my hand on his shoulder. They're not coming. They told me. They're focused on containment. We're on our own. His face crumples. 15 years old, and he's realizing his dad can't fix this. Can't make it better. Can't save him. I'm sorry, I say. We climb the ladder. Rachel first. Then Tommy. Then me. I'm carrying the bags. The water. The pistol in my waistband digs into my back with every rung. The platform at the top is maybe 8 feet square. Metal grating. Railing around the edge. There's an old weather station in the corner. Broken. Hasn't worked in decades. From up here, I can see everything. The kudzu spreading through the forest. The smoke from the fire to the south. Athens in the distance. The city is covered. Every building wrapped in green. The kudzu is moving through the streets. Covering cars. Houses. Everything. Oh my God, Rachel says. The kudzu reaches the base of the tower. The vines hit the metal legs and start climbing. Slower than they climb trees, but not slow enough. I watch them. They're moving maybe 6 inches a minute. The platform is 40 feet up. That's 480 inches. 80 minutes. An hour and 20 minutes before the kudzu reaches us. What do we do? Tommy asks. I look at my family. Rachel. My wife. 18 years. She's scared. I can see it in her eyes. But she's not panicking. She's thinking. Calculating. Nurse brain trying to find a solution. Tommy. My son. 15. He's got my arm. Better control than I ever had. He'll never pitch in high school. He'll never pitch anywhere. And me. Ron Crowder. Highway maintenance supervisor. 22 years with DOT. I know how to clear roads. How to fix drainage. How to coordinate crews. None of it matters now. Ron, Rachel says. We have to decide. Decide what? Whether we wait here for the kudzu to reach us or whether we... She doesn't finish. I know what she means. The pistol. Smith & Wesson M and P9. 15 rounds. Enough for all of us. Quick. Painless. Better than the kudzu. No, I say. Ron. No. We're not doing that. We're going to wait. We're going to hope something changes. Nothing's going to change. You heard the CDC. We're trapped. We don't know that. Maybe the fire burns through the kudzu. Maybe it slows the growth. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe the National Guard changes their mind. Maybe the CDC figures out a cure in the next hour? Ron, look around. This is it. This is all we have left. I look at Tommy. What do you want to do? He's quiet for a long time. Then, I don't want to be like that woman on the road. I don't want the kudzu growing out of my mouth. Tommy, Dad, I'm scared. I'm really scared. And if there's no way out, I don't want to wait for it to get me. I want to choose. I want it to be quick. Rachel's crying, silent tears running down her face behind the mask. I pull out the pistol. Hold it. The weight feels wrong. Too light. Too small to be making this kind of decision. We wait, I say. 30 minutes. If nothing changes in 30 minutes, we'll talk about it again. Ron. 30 minutes, Rachel. Please. She nods. We sit on the platform, backs against the railing. The three of us. Tommy's in the middle. Rachel has her arm around him. I have my arm around both of them. The kudzu climbs. 6 inches a minute. I can see it getting closer. The vines are reaching the first crossbeam. 15 feet up. 25 feet to go. My phone buzzes. I check it. No signal. But there's a message that came through before we lost service. From Patterson. Ron, I'm sorry. We tried. The guard won't let anyone through. The CDC's pulled everyone back. They're going to let the kudzu spread through the county and burn it out. Controlled burn. They're saying it's the only way to stop the spores. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Controlled burn. They're going to set fire to the entire county. With us still in it. I show Rachel the message. She reads it, closes her eyes. How long? She asks. I don't know. Ron, we can't wait for that. We can't wait for them to burn us alive. I look at Tommy. He's not crying anymore. He's just staring at the kudzu climbing toward us. Dad, he says. I'm ready. Tommy, I'm ready. I don't want to wait. I don't want to burn. I don't want the kudzu. I just want it to be over. Rachel's hand finds mine. She squeezes. Once. That's all. That's her answer. I look at the pistol in my hand. 15 rounds. I need 3. I love you both, I say. We love you too, Rachel says. I put the pistol to Tommy's head. My son, 15 years old. He closes his eyes. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Dad, Tommy says. It's okay. You have to. I can't. You have to. Please. I don't want the kudzu. My hand is sulking. The pistol is shaking. Rachel is crying. Tommy is waiting. The kudzu is 30 feet up. 10 feet to go. I pull the trigger. The sound is impossibly loud on the metal platform. Tommy slumps against Rachel. She's screaming. Not words. Just screaming. I put the pistol to her head. She's still holding Tommy. Still screaming. I'm sorry, I say. Do it, she says. Do it now. I pull the trigger. She falls next to Tommy. My wife. My son. Both gone. I'm alone on the platform with 2 bodies and a pistol, and kudzu climbing toward me. I put the pistol under my chin. My hand is steady now. No shaking. No hesitation. I think about Tommy. About his arm. Better control than I ever had. I think about Rachel. About the coffee maker she never fixed right. I think about Mrs. Henderson kneeling in her azaleas. I pull the trigger. Click. Nothing. I pull again. Click. The magazine. I check it. Empty. I counted wrong. I used the last 3 rounds. There's nothing left. The kudzu reaches the platform. Vines spilling over the edge. Spreading across the metal grating. Toward me. Toward Rachel and Tommy. I throw the pistol over the railing. Watch it fall. 40 feet down. It disappears into the kudzu below. The vines reach my feet. My legs. They're warm. They're wrapping around my ankles. Climbing. I don't move. I just sit there. Next to my family. Waiting. The vines reach my waist. My chest. They're in my clothes. Against my skin. I can feel them. Moving. Growing. My throat. My face. I open my mouth to scream. Vinpuin. Down my throat. Into my lungs. I can feel them spreading through my chest. Through my organs. Branching. Rooting. I'm choking. Gagging. But I can't stop them. They're growing through me. And I'm still conscious. Still here. Next to my family. Feeling everything. Time passes. I don't know how long. Hours? Days? The kudzu grows through me, and I'm still alive. That's the first wrong thing. I should be dead. The vines were in my throat. In my lungs. I felt them growing through my chest. Through my organs. But I'm alive. I'm standing. Rooted to the platform. The kudzu has grown through my legs. Through my feet. The The vines spread from my body down through the metal grating, down the 40 feet to the ground, anchoring me. My hands won't move. Vines have wrapped around my wrists, grown between my fingers. When I try to flex, I feel resistance. Not pain, just resistance. Like the vines are part of my muscle tissue now. I look down. Rachel and Tommy are still here. Next to me, the kudzu has covered them completely, grown over their bodies, through their bodies. I can see the shapes of them underneath. The outline of Tommy's shoulders. Rachel's hair mixed with leaves. I did that. I killed them, put the pistol to their heads and pulled the trigger. And then I tried to kill myself and the magazine was empty, and now I'm still here. Still here. The vines growing out of my chest are thick, green. They spread across the platform, over the railing, down toward the forest below. The kudzu is using my body, using me as an anchor, as a growth node, a human farm for an invasive species. There's a helicopter. I can hear it. Military. It's flying over the county. I can't turn my head to see it, but I hear the rotors. Explosions. Distant. Then closer. Then right below me. Fire. They're burning the county. Just like Patterson's message said. Controlled burn. Kill the kudzu. Kill everyone rooted to it. The flames reach the base of the tower. I feel the heat. The kudzu around my legs starts to burn. The vines shrivel, turn black, but new growth replaces them immediately. The kudzu is growing faster than the fire can burn it. Using my body. Desperate growth. Survival growth. The fire spreads. The entire forest below me is burning. Black smoke rising. The heat is intense. The metal platform is getting hot. My feet are burning. The kudzu vines are burning. But I can't scream. The vines in my throat won't let me. The fire burns for hours, maybe days. I can't tell. I just stand here, rooted, burning, growing. The kudzu won't let me die. Eventually the fire stops, runs out of fuel. The entire county below me is ash, black, dead, but I'm still here. The fire tower's metal structure protected me from the worst of the flames. The kudzu kept replacing what burned, using my body as fuel. Days pass, maybe weeks. I don't know. Time feels different when you can't move, can't sleep. The kudzu doesn't sleep, so I don't sleep. It just grows, and I stand here, rooted to the platform 40 feet above scorched earth. The kudzu is spread from my body down to the ground, across the ash, finding any organic matter left, growing. I can't see Rachel and Tommy anymore. The kudzu has completely consumed them, broken them down, used them. They're gone, dissolved into the vines. I killed them to save them from this. But I'm still here. The kudzu is spreading beyond the tower. I can see it. The vines have covered the ash. They've reached the tree line where the fire stopped. They're growing into the unburned forest. Spreading. It's going to keep spreading. Beyond Oconee County. Beyond the quarantine line. The National Guard can't stop it. Fire can't stop it. Nothing can stop it. And I'm rooted here. An anchor point. The kudzu is using my body to seed the spread. As long as I'm alive, it has nutrients. Growth medium. A farm. I try to scream, but the vines in my throat just grow thicker. I try to move, but the vines hold me still. I try to die, but the kudzu won't let me. I'm going to be here forever. Standing on this platform. Rooted. Growing. Spreading kudzu across Georgia. Across the South. Across the country. Using my body to fuel the invasion. Tommy wanted to pitch. High school. College. Maybe pro. I told him he had better control than I ever did. Rachel wanted to fix the coffee maker. Make it brew right. She never did. Said she would. Never did. I wanted to get Tommy those cleats. The Nike ones, not the cheap ones from Academy. I never did. None of it matters now. The kudzu grows. I can't stop it. I can only stand here and watch it spread. Forever. Rooted. Growing. Image plays in my mind on repeat. Tommy's head snapping back. The sound impossibly loud on the metal platform. Rachel still screaming while holding their son's body. Then silence. Then the click of an empty magazine. Then vines pouring into my open mouth while I sat next to the family I murdered. I see it every moment. Every second. I can't sleep, so I can't escape it. Can't forget it. Just trapped here. With that memory. Forever.